The grim life of a guardian, selection and eligibility. In the world of Mechieval, the forces that hold the line are the guardians, humans in mechanical armor, trained to stand against the beasts. Not all are chosen. Some step forward. From time to time, selection teams travel across the land, moving from kingdoms to outposts, to the smallest settlements still holding behind defensive perimeters. When they arrive, they ask for volunteers. Some step forward willingly. Hunger drives them. Pride drives some. Others have nothing left to lose. In a world this harsh, every able hand is expected to contribute to survival. No one questions the need. The Guardian line must stand. If there aren't enough volunteers, the team fills its quota another way. They look through the town, through the forge yards, through the fields. They pick anyone who matches the requirements, height and strength. If you fit the profile, others will point you out. Everyone knows the cost of holding the line. Everyone understands what must be given. Candidates are put through labor trials, lifting, dragging, climbing under load. Grip strength, pain tolerance, and bravery are tested in public. Those who fail are dismissed. Those who pass are marked and taken. Minimum height is 5'10". Old brakes, weak joints, poor eyesight, all disqualify. So does hesitation. The code is enforced from the first hour. Most recruits come from hard lives, fields, forges, orphan ranks. Some are offered forward by their families, not from cruelty but necessity. If one goes, the rest might be fed. Those who pass are given a number and transferred to a holding unit near the capital. Their last names are removed. From now on, they carry only their given name and the order's name. Thomas of the Black Sigil, Linda of the Lost Women. No other identity matters. No personal items are allowed. No return home. Roughly 1 in 3 don't make it to training, from collapse, refusal, or quiet disappearance. The rest arrive. They are not yet guardians, but they are no longer part of the world they came from. Training at the capital or headquarters of the Guardian Order. Training begins on arrival. There is no rest. The first phase is weight conditioning. Recruits carry forged iron frames shaped to match Guardian armor. They march, climb, haul, and stand in formation for hours at a time. The goal is to build the body around the burden. Bones harden, muscle forms, weak joints fail. Next is the endurance drill. Recruits are kept awake and active for 3 full days. No sleep, no breaks. They rotate through drills, gear movement, formation holds, and equipment maintenance. This simulates a live beast engagement, which can stretch across days. This done all through the training period. Tactical training follows. Recruits are drilled in wall holds, flanking pressure, weapon retention, and retreat maneuvers. All training happens under supervision. Mistakes are corrected with force. Mechanical discipline is mandatory. Recruits learn how to strip and service armor components, crank arms, hinge locks, pressure seals, and vent dampers. Every Guardian is responsible for their own gear in the field. Delays cause death. Each recruit is assigned to a unit. Doctrine is memorized, not explained. It covers task cycles, rank structure, frontline protocol, and fallback thresholds. Recruits follow the doctrine without question. Disobedience leads to reassignment. Those who fail to qualify for full armor duty are not discarded. They are reassigned to the Steel Wardens, a permanent support corps. The Steel Wardens handle repairs, scouting, logistics, and supply movement. No Guardian force operates without them. They are not praised. They are essential. Graduation is simple. Armor is issued. Weapons are assigned. Transport orders are posted. The frontier waits. Armor and gear. Guardian armor is mechanical. It runs on weight, leverage, and muscle. The full suit adds height and mass. Most weigh between 240 and 300 pounds, concentrated in the chest and upper legs. Helmets are sealed at the collar using a locking ring. The T-slit visor provides narrow forward visibility. Side view is limited. Movement comes from rotating shafts, tension hinges, and crank-linked joints. There is no assist. The suit only moves if the body moves. Speed is limited. Stability is high. Weapons are designed for killing beasts. Standard loadouts include pressure hammers, cleavers, and split axes. Some units carry gear-latch tools or spring-driven blades. All are brutal. All are heavy. Padding inside the armor is hardened hide. Cooling is passive. Vent dampers open when the Guardian is at rest. Armor is maintained when conditions allow. Guardians handle basic upkeep, clearing joints, checking locks, tightening segments. Full repairs are done by the Steel Wardens. Their mechanicals inspect, replace, and rebuild damaged suits between deployments. Some follow the main force with mobile repair rigs. A Guardian who cannot perform basic maintenance is a liability, but no force holds the line without Steel Wardens. Deployment and duties. After training, every Guardian is assigned to a battle unit. That assignment shapes everything that follows. Most are placed into Tactitia Definium. These are the shield and spear infantry, the line holders. Their job is to form the wall, absorb the charge, and hold the breach until the ground is soaked or the horns call fallback. They fight in 6-line depth, tower shields locked, formation tight. They are the core of the Guardian army. If they fall, everything behind them falls next. Some are assigned to Tactitia Ruptura. These are the forward assault squads trained for direct engagement with the beast. They carry cleavers, fang piercers, and split axes. Their job is to breach, disrupt, and clear space for the wall to advance. They are used when formations crack or when a tunnel floods open too fast. Few rotate out of Ruptura intact. Tactitiae Distantium are the ranged units. They fire from towers, cliffs, and firing corridors using Scorpietta di Ferro, a harpoon bolt casters. Their job is to pin targets, kill from elevation, and soften the enemy before close contact. Their work is precise and brutal. If the enemy reaches them, their weapon is switched to a close combat spear. Then there is Tactitia Pulveria, artillery crews. These units operate the siege engines, culverin, mortaricus, and hurlbanes, cranked, wound, and fired by hand. They collapse tunnels, scatter formations, and punch holes in the dark. Most Pulveria work behind a lockguard line, but when the trench surges, nothing is far enough. Once a Guardian is assigned to a unit, they are posted. There are 3 kinds of deployment. Outposts sit behind the line. They protect farmland, ore stores, and forge supply. Guardians here defend resources, not territory. If the enemy pushes through the front, the outpost pulls back. No one stays to hold. War posts sit at the edge of Beastland territory. They are built to absorb the first strike. Steel walls, spike fields, kill funnels. A war post buys time for the outposts behind it. Guardians stationed there sleep in shifts, eat cold, and stay ready. Some war posts hold for years, others are gone in a night. The trench is the worst post, a narrow killing zone carved into the land, holding back what can't be reasoned with. Every Guardian is expected to serve 3 months in the trench. Not longer, not less. They fight under constant pressure, no room for rest, no promise of relief. If they survive, they are pulled back to an outpost. If they fall, there is no recovery. That is deployment. That is duty. Daily life on duty. Every day begins the same. Wake up, put on the armor, report to the post, If you're on shift, you wait for the guardian ahead of you to step down. If no one comes to relieve you, you stay. At an outpost, posts are set around walls, gates, and elevation points. At a war post, they're tighter, closer to kill zones, barricades, or tunnel mouths. In the trench, there's nowhere to post. You stand where the last body fell and wait for the next wave. Guardians do not move unless ordered. Patrols are scheduled. Shifts are tracked. A missed rotation means someone didn't make it. Meals are eaten between shifts if time allows. One hand stays on your weapon. Food is packed for endurance. Sleep comes in short cycles. 4 hours is a full rest. Armor is removed only when another guardian is watching. If the line isn't secure, you sleep in the suit. If the armor jams or a joint locks, you wait until rotation. Field repairs are limited. The steel wardens handle full maintenance, but only when the post holds. There is no free time, no routine drills, no relief unless command orders it. Life on duty is measured by hours held and whether the line still stands when yours ends. Combat protocol. Combat depends on where the fight happens. Inside a war post or outpost, battles are short and sharp. Beasts breach through tunnels, break gates, or scale walls. Guardians hold choke points, stairwells, gates, narrow corridors. Each one fights in place, using reach, leverage, and timing to stall the breach until others counter. Tacticiae Defenium defends entry points. They anchor flanks, block charges, and absorb the first impact. At passage mouths, they fight alone or in pairs. Movement is limited. The formation holds through discipline. Tactitia Ruptura is called when pressure builds. They clear dead zones, drive back whatever makes it through, and push into breach paths to stop the spread. Ruptura fights hard and fast. If they stall, the post collapses. Tactitia Distantium fires from towers, platforms, or ridgelines. Harpoon bolts hit grouped targets before the line is overwhelmed. If the enemy closes distance, they fall back and rearm. They carry short weapons for last defense. Tactitia Pulveria fires on command. Their range is long, their load slow. They strike tunnel mouths, trench entries, and massed formations. In post engagements, they rarely fire, but when they do, it's to collapse a path or bury a breach. In open ground, trench zones, tunnel fields, or beastland incursions, the rhythm shifts. Defenium forms the wall if needed. Shields interlock, spears brace. They advance or hold, depending on command. Distantium fires from behind. Ruptura waits for the signal, then surges. Pulveria fires at impact, then resets for the next volley. Each movement follows a pattern. There is no improvisation. Retreat is called only when collapse is confirmed. Rear lines move first, then flanks, then center. Any guardian who runs out of order is marked and removed if they survive. No one pulls back the fallen during combat. Armor is too heavy. Movement costs the line. Recovery happens only if the post holds. A reclamation order, a date with death. There are missions that hold the line, and then there are missions that push it forward. A reclamation order is not a request, it is a command. When an order leader or a king signs it, the deployment begins immediately. No appeals, no delays. The land being taken is not empty. It belongs to the beasts. Reclamation orders are issued when new ground is needed, farmland or deposits, water access, or a better perimeter. The territory is always marked Beastland. That means scouts have seen movement or reports confirm presence. No one enters it by mistake. Some orders begin with bombardment. Culverin and Mortaricus fire for hours to shake the ground, collapse tunnels, scatter nests. When the firing ends, the Guardians move in. Tactitia Defenium forms the line. Tacticia Ruptura breaches and clears. Steel wardens follow behind, setting up anchor points, marking terrain and clearing the dead. The mission ends only when a war post is built, or every guardian is dead. Survival is possible, but never guaranteed. Some units return with half their number, others return whole. A few never return at all. But every outpost standing now exists because of a reclamation order carried out by someone who didn't ask questions. Guardians do not fear these missions. They train for them. Civilians celebrate them. They are proof that humanity still pushes forward, proof that the beasts do not own the world entirely. But every guardian knows the truth. A reclamation order is a date with death. Some will make it through, some won't. But the line will move, even if their names do not. Death and recovery. A guardian is expected to die standing. Anything less is failure. When a guardian falls in combat, they are not pulled back. There is no time, no room, and no reason. The armor is too heavy. The field is too unstable. Risking 2 lives to recover one breaks the formation. If the body is close and the post holds, the steel wardens may drag the armor back during cleanup. If not, the suit is left where it fell. Identification tags are built into the collar. If the unit recovers, they send the record back to the capital. If not, the record ends there. There are no burial rites, no ceremony, no message to the family unless someone survives long enough to report it. Most don't. Parents never hear what happened. They only know their child was taken, trained, and never returned. In the trench, recovery is impossible. The ground shifts too fast. The next surge comes before the last one is cleared. Corpses are pressed into the mud or buried under collapse. Names are marked lost. No one returns for them. If a guardian is found breathing after battle but cannot fight again, their armor is removed and reassigned. The wounded are sent back to outposts or placed with steel wardens if they can still work. Some recover. Most do not. There is no wall of names, no final count. Only armor logs, unit records, and field reports. A guardian's life ends when the line no longer records their contribution. That is the cost. That is the silence behind every deployment. Post-service life. Very few guardians live long enough to leave the front. Fewer still leave whole. Those who survive a full tour are reassigned. Some are rotated back to outposts, placed in local command, or used to train incoming recruits. Others are absorbed into the steel wardens, leading supply runs, managing armory units, or maintaining armor lines at the rear. Most carry damage that doesn't heal. Joint fractures, spinal compression, torn ligaments. A guardian might still walk, but never without pain. Many can't remove their armor without help. Some keep wearing it long after their deployment ends. The weight feels familiar. There is no ceremony for completion. No reward, no land grant, no discharge papers, just an order redirecting them to a quieter zone. In some towns, a surviving guardian is seen with respect. In others, they are a warning, living proof of what happens when the line doesn't break, but the person does. Most speak little. The ones who try are rarely believed. Those who return home often find no home left to return to. The world does not wait for survivors. It waits for replacements. The Guardian Code. Every Guardian lives under the Code. It is not a belief. It is a rule system. It is enforced by command, not by choice. The Code exists to protect the line. It dictates behavior, chain of command, and response under stress. It governs speech, action, and silence. It has no room for interpretation. A guardian follows orders, without delay, without question. Disagreement is logged, but does not stop execution. If a command is flawed, it is handled after the mission. never during. Loyalty is tracked by record, not by words. Units are monitored by their cohesion, rotation reliability, and response time. Any Guardian who disrupts formation is reported. Any Guardian who hesitates in the field is marked. Any Guardian who flees is blacklisted and removed. Punishment is immediate. There are no trials. A Guardian who disobeys is stripped of armor and reassigned to Steel Warden labor. A Guardian who endangers others is executed by their superior. It is not personal, it is protocol. The code is passed down in pages. Recruits read it. Instructors enforce it. Command tracks compliance. The code is the last line of structure between order and collapse. Without it, the trench fails. Without it, the war ends in days. The code is what turns recruits into Guardians. The code is what keeps them in the fight long after the reason to fight is gone. If you made it this far, hit like and subscribe. Don't just watch. Support the world of Mechieval and help it grow. Got questions about the Guardians or anything Mechieval? Drop a comment. I always reply. Support me by engaging. It keeps this world alive.